So on the question of how to manage and incorporate foreign companies into the way that we conduct BRE, business retention and expansion activities, we have made some changes as we have become more aware over time of the role of FDI, and particularly mergers and acquisitions, in our local market. And unsurprisingly, really, the golden rule is, of course, to have good relationships. For us, having those good relationships in place before we needed them has helped us occasionally to anticipate activity that was coming, a change in ownership, a new company coming to town. And it has frequently helped us, at least close after the fact of a transaction, to begin to become involved in the process. We had a case about a year ago where we had a well-known European company, a household name, acquire one of our robust middle market companies here locally. And it just so happened that I called them, as I do about once a year, shortly after that transaction happened. I was calling to ask some routine questions and check on them, and they happened to mention that this transaction had just happened. And they had a meeting coming up very shortly with the European representative of the company that had acquired them. They invited me to join that meeting, and it was an excellent opportunity to both touch base with the existing local leadership and to sort of transition to this new European leadership. And one of the things I found out in that meeting really informed the way that I managed my work going forward. It turned out that this was about the fourth visit that this executive from Europe had made to Louisville. And each time he had done essentially the same thing. He had gotten off the plane, he'd gone to his hotel, he'd gone to visit the company, and he was very involved in the initial 90 days work of the transition and the M&A. And then he went back to his hotel and got back on the plane and went back home. And he knew very little about Louisville. And so it was an important opportunity for me to introduce him and orient him, establish myself as the single point of contact for whatever the needs might be going forward, and to let him know that I was his ally in terms of helping him to build the case for why Louisville going forward as that company sorted out its future plans. But it was an important lesson to me to not overestimate what people know about our city when they come here. You know, our routines and our structures are different, but also, you know, executives are on a tight time schedule and they're very hyper-focused on the company often. And that was a fortuitous opportunity to introduce them more to our city and to build a relationship that I certainly hope will both continue to keep me informed of what's happening with that company and provide the opportunity for the city to intervene when necessary. So build good relationships, be consistent, and let those opportunities to connect with companies as new owners come in really develop through those efforts.